This is The Rusted Willow, and my name is Tammy. And if you like DIYs, hauls, flips, and everything farmhouse, you are in the right place. Let's get into DIY number 1. All right, guys, today I have some thrift flips that I am doing for fall. And this first one, I lost the footage. It's just a terracotta vase, and I am covering it in sandstone. This is actually a Waverly product, and this is the second coat. So I let the first coat dry, and I am painting the bottom base. There you could see the terracotta color inside the vase. It's really beautiful. I love how this turns out, and I hope you like it too. So what I am doing is I am just giving it a good base coat of sandstone. And here I am, I'm just painting the bottom. And now I'm going to do some distressing. So I wet my brush down because I want it to be kind of dry brushed, but it's not because it's wet. So I guess it's going to be wet brushed. I don't know. See my poor little brush there? It has seen better days for sure. It's time to retire this brush. Oh, but I use it throughout the whole video because I'm not giving up on it just yet. Okay, so I have my truffle there, and I love how the truffle and the sandstone look together. Now, I have never used this truffle. This is brand new. I just opened it. For this video. And guys, let me tell you, between the sandstone Waverly paint and this truffle Waverly paint, it makes it look like concrete. It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous together. Okay, wait till you see my other projects. Like those pumpkins that I'm doing later on turn out absolutely gorgeous. I don't even know what else to say about them. I hope you like them too because they really turn out great. Okay, so I did spray some water on this parchment paper, and I am dipping my brush in there just to wet it down so that my sandstone paint and my truffle kind of blend together because I want them to be blended. I guess it's not really a dry brush. I go over a little bit heavier with the truffle, and then I am just blending until I feel like I'm getting the coverage that are the look that I want. And it kind of looks like a hot mess right now, but trust me, just bear with me. When it dries, guys, it is gorgeous. It's just beautiful. I love these two colors together. They seriously make the best distressed, concrete looking objects or whatever you want to put on it. Like literally, you got to try these two colors together. That's all I got to say about that. So you can see where the front has already dried, and it literally right there looks like concrete. I mean, I don't know that the video shows it justice of what it really looks like in person, but the more I brush on, the more I love it. And then I do go back with some plaster over it just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. And gorgeous. I don't know what else to say. Wait till you see this in the final reveal. Okay, so I did the same thing with the ivory. I just dipped my brush in water and just blended it in. Look at that vase. Look at that vase, guys. Okay, today is a collaboration with Jelena at Blondie Next Door. I am so excited to be collabing with her, and we are going to be bringing you some amazing fall decor. So here we are on with DIY number 2. All right, guys, I got these pumpkins in my $5 box from Michael's last year. My daughter went and got me 2 of them, and in each box came a big pumpkin. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with these pumpkins? Well, here we go. So I cover them in sandstone. I loved the vase so much that I had to color these pumpkins. I wanted to see what they looked like. So I was only going to do one pumpkin, but my phone kept shutting off while I was videoing. So you guys get a bonus and you're going to get 2 pumpkins. Now, I don't do both of them exactly the same. I do them each a little bit differently, but I use the same colors. So you will see how they turn out, and then you'll have to tell me which one you like better. So this one has more truffle on it, and I am just using the truffle to add some, I don't know, they're not really highlights. They're just some darkness. I don't know. I guess they could be considered highlights. I don't know. Anyway, my sandstone is still wet, so I am blending these 2 colors together. And oh my gosh, guys, look how that looks. And I did not paint this pumpkin. It was like a peachy colored pumpkin. I didn't paint it first or give it any kind of, I don't know, sealer on it. I just painted it with the sandstone and then went in with my truffle next. And I love how it distresses. Oh my gosh. It kind of looks like a dirty pumpkin, but not really. It really looks like stone once it dries. And it has like the dimension in the lines. So they're like highlighted. And then I go back with some more sandstone just to kind of lighten it up on the top so that the grooves in the pumpkin are more, so they stand out more. Anyway, this is how it looks. Now I am drying it with my heat gun. And then I'm going to go back in and embellish it. Now this is where my phone shuts off. So you don't get to see how I exactly embellish it, but these green leaves, I got this greenery from the Findery in Waco, Texas. We got a whole box of these stems. There was like 12 in a box, a whole case, I guess are considered a case, for $5. And they were selling them for $10 a stem. So there you go. We got a great deal on those. Now, the second pumpkin, because I lost my footage, I took outside and I spray painted it in a flat white primer from Rust-Oleum, the 2x brand. So this gives it a little bit different look, but they really turn out pretty much the same. Now, I don't go in with this pumpkin as much with the truffle. I just go in with the grooves. So I'm just going to highlight the grooves in the pumpkin with the truffle. And I can't even pick a favorite. I think they're both gorgeous. I don't even know what to say. And why I haven't used this truffle before is beyond me, because it just really, I like it better than the dark wax. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not giving up my dark wax by any means, but for this project, the truffle makes it. I don't even know. I am in love with these pumpkins. I am ready for fall right now. How about you guys? I mean, 104 for a week straight plus. I haven't seen 104 weather since we went to Texas last year. So that's crazy that we're having it here. But anyway, so I'm just going around. I'm finishing the top because I did the bottom first. I did not take the stem off of this one. I just left it on. And I go back in with my truffle in the grooves with my poor little brush that has seen better days. And it does get it on the side some, but I don't care because I'm just going to blend it in. So I blend as much as I want. And then when I'm happy with it, I just paint some of that sandstone on the stem and I'm good to go. So here it is all dried. And now I'm just adding the greenery. And I love, oh my gosh, this greenery is just perfect. Just perfect. And guys, if you've noticed my glue gun, we're going to talk about that glue gun here in a minute. I love this glue gun too. So anyway, I am just gluing on the greenery and then I'm going to go back in with some flowers from Dollar Tree. And I think what makes this look so high end is I'm using very high end flowers. Like this greenery is very, very nice. Stuff you would get at Hobby Lobby or a boutique store because the Findery is kind of a boutique store and very expensive greenery. very well made. And then I'm going to go in with some lesser expensive flowers from the Dollar Tree. But I mean, y'all know that the Dollar Tree has stepped up their game when it comes to flowers. So I don't know that they really look less expensive. I just feel like, look at those pumpkins, guys. I just feel like the greenery adds to it. So then I am going to add some of these little, I don't even know what you call, but they're kind of like, they're not really wheat, but they're like grass, wheat grass. And look at that. Tell me that is not gorgeous and high-end looking. Now, tell me which pumpkin you like in the comments below. So I made them a little bit different. This one doesn't have a tag. This one does have a tag. This one's more distressed, and you can kind of see the peach color through, whereas the other one I spray painted with the white flat spray paint, and you cannot see any of the peach through. So I love those colored pumpkins that we get at the pumpkin patch. So I didn't mind the peach showing through. I think it looks gorgeous. I love them both. I just cannot pick. So you tell me which one you like the best. All right, guys. All right, wait till you see them in the final reveal. Now, on to DIY number 3. This next DIY is paper bags. Now, these paper bags I got from Dollar Tree. I am just wadding them up, and I am putting stuffing in there from an old pillow, and I'm making them as big as I want. And then I just wrap the top around to make the stem. And before we get to the rest of this pumpkin, let's talk about this glue gun. Okay, let's talk about my Hippo for a second. So Hiipoo, I think it's Hiipoo or Hippo, I'm not really sure. They sent me this glue gun. I just charged it. It was green a minute ago. Oh, see, it's red, but it'll turn green here in a second. That's the charger indicator. So it's green, ready to go. It is magnetic. It has a magnetic stand, which is freaking awesome. I love that. And look, no cord, ladies. No cord, ladies and gentlemen. So you hold this to turn it on. It's going to be red, and it will turn green here in a minute. Now, it heats up really quickly. It's got a silicone little tip right here, but don't touch it when it gets hot because it's hot. And it is a detailed glue gun. So you can use it without the stand, or you can use it with the stand. So anyway, it's really nice. It heats up very quickly, and it stays charged for about 2.5 hours. There you go. So let's use our glue gun. Hiipoo also gave my viewers a discount code. So find the link down in my description box, and if you go there, you can save 10% on a glue gun today. And I believe that coupon code is good until August 31st. All right, enough about that glue gun, although I keep playing with the magnetic base because I'm just fascinated by it for some reason. All right, so I have this wired jute, and I am wrapping it around the entire stem. And you can wrap as much as you want or as little as you want. And you can add as much stuffing or as little stuffing as you want to these. And then once I'm done wrapping that wired jute around, I just glue it in place and then just kind of twist it until I'm pleased with how the stem's going to look. I do the same thing with the second paper bag. Now, guys, you can make a whole basket of these. Like literally, you can make a whole basket of these fake pumpkins with brown paper bags. How simple is that? I should have saved this project for my 5 under 5. Maybe I'll make some more. I don't know. But I love how these turned out. After I get these together and I wrap the jute around, I'm actually going to paint them. Now be careful when you're painting them. I'm using my sandstone again and my truffle, and I'm going to use some orange paint. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's the Waverly orange paint. Maybe it is called orange. I don't really know. I think it's called pumpkin, actually. I think the name of it's pumpkin. So now you don't want to soak your brush because you don't want the paper bag to tear. So you just want to lightly put it on there as light as you can and don't push too hard. And then just cover the paper bag in whatever colors you're decorating with. I am going with a more neutral color for fall. I love this sandstone. I love the neutrals all of a sudden. I just want everything to be neutral and cohesive. So this whole video, everything is going to be cohesive, and I hope you enjoy it. So then I go back after I coated these with one just light layer of sandstone, and I just dry brushed it on there. I am dry brushing on some truffle just to add some dimension. I cannot believe I haven't used this truffle before. Now my pumpkin is almost dried up, so I'm just like dipping it in barely and then just dry brushing the pumpkin over in some spots. Some spots are heavier than others and some spots are lighter, but I wanted to bring in some pumpkin color. Now it's time to embellish. And like I said before, I just feel like using high-end flowers with some not so high-end flowers. You're not going to be able to tell. Mix and match your inexpensive flowers with your high-end flowers, and it's going to look a boutique beautiful every time. I mean, seriously, look how cute that is. Just with one little daisy. So I add the greenery to the second one. And I'm going to add the daisies, and I add some hydrangeas in the same color. And you'll see more of that in the final reveal. All right, guys, on to DIY number 4. Now, I am making tags for all of my projects today. And these tags I actually bought at Dollar General. And I am giving them a coat of ivory on both sides, front, back, and the sides. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Like this video if you're liking what you see, and it really helps my channel to grow. And I also want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. And to my OG subscribers, guys, I appreciate you so much. When I get to 10,000, which I'm almost there, a little bit longer, hopefully before Christmas, I will be having a huge giveaway. So stick around for that. Keep watching. And I hope you enjoy all the videos to come in the next few months. All right, so I did take my antiquing wax and I went over the tags. And then I have these rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree. They are new, guys, for fall. I'd never seen them before, so they're new for this year. But if you watched my live with Sarah, we competed for a Dollar Tree haul. I pulled these out and won that round. So if you haven't seen that, you need to watch it. It's on Can Sarah DIY It. It's on her channel. I also linked it in my community page. So you should go over and watch that video. It's pretty comical. We had a lot of fun. And don't do what I did. Now, I didn't wait for the paint to dry because I'm an impatient crafter, and that name was already taken when I started my YouTube channel. But you got to wait for your paint to dry. Otherwise, the transfers aren't going to work. And so make sure your tags are really dry. I used the heat gun there to dry them, and then I went to transfer them, and they transferred perfectly. And I went to go put this Simply Blessed on, and where the paint had stuck, it would not release, which is fine. That's okay. Nothing's perfect, and I just put some flowers in that spot and called it a day. I still think it turned out super cute. And I just put the tag on a pumpkin that I was going to keep anyway. I can't wait to show you how I styled these pumpkins. They look so cute, and they are in the middle of my table. I'm ready for fall, guys. My husband's like, do I need to bring up the other pumpkins? I'm like, not just yet. Not just yet. He goes, it's only July. I'm like, I know, babe, but... Anyway, he was confused why I had pumpkins in the middle of the table. I love these transfers. They are so cute. And I mean, I think they look high end. For Dollar Tree, $1.25, guys. $1.25. And they came off perfectly. Now, I used the scraper. I used the dowel. I used my fingernail. And I used the scraper from, I believe that's the Dollar. No, that might be the Cricut scraper. I have Dollar Tree ones and Cricut ones. And this one, the one that is full color, turns out perfectly. So don't be afraid to get these. They worked so much better than the foil ones. I still have a crap ton of those foil ones for other holidays, but I don't know that I will be using them. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I did use the back of the paper to burnish these down, make sure all the edges were down, and then I think I got a speck on this one. But they all turned out great. I was very happy. Here's where I fixed that Simply Blessed. I just used some greenery, stuck it under the Simply, and it looks fine. Now I'm going to show you how I make my garlands. So I just pulled out some beads. I'm making them 3 beads long, and I just string all my beads at the same time. My twine was coming unraveled there. So I didn't use tape or anything. These beads had the hole that was big enough that I just strung. They were really easy to string. So I just strung my beads. And I used 1 big one and then 2 smaller ones. I don't know what size they are because they're in my bead jar. I don't keep track of what size. I just pull some out. And then I tie on a tag at the bottom. I leave them attached to the jute. And then I will add some hot glue to that knot just to make sure that it stays in place. And then I tie this around my pumpkin stem. I was having a little bit of a time, but I got it and I love it. I think it looks gorgeous. And there I add the hot glue to the knot just so that it doesn't go anywhere or come unraveled. So then on the next one, and you can still see all my beads on one thing, I slowed this down so you could see. So now I just take 3 beads and then I push the others back. They're still on the same string, and then I cut it. And that way it saves me a little bit of time. Now with this one, I make a loop at the top and I just hang it on there. So I can take it off, because if these don't last or they get a hole in them, I'm going to recycle the greenery, of course, throw the bag away, and keep the tag. I mean, I have grandbabies, and you never know what's going to get messed with around here. So anyway, I just hang these on the bags, and that's what it looks like. All right, guys, on to DIY number 5. Now, this is a thrift flip, and I found this at the thrift store. It was $3, and it was probably on a 75% off day, and I loved the picture. I was like, that is so pretty. I got to see what's going on with this. So I wasn't sure what kind of picture it is. If you guys know, I mean, that looks like gold leafing to me, but it's a harvest picture. So I didn't want to mess with it too much. I just wanted to update the frame. So I was going to take it out of this frame, but then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to leave it in this frame. I am Mod Podging the back because it looked like the gold leaf was flaking off a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that that stayed on there. So I just added Mod Podge to the back and dried that really good. Put the back on, and then I'm just going to update the frame with some black paint by Folk Art. I believe this is ink, but it's just the black paint by Folk Art. And I don't tape it off or anything because I never tape off anything. You just can go over it with your razor blade. It's on glass, so I just use a razor blade to clean up that glass, and we're all good. And that also saves you some time. So after I just had to put one coat, and I'm using the razor blade. I just had to put one coat of the black paint, and then I went over it with my Waverly antiquing wax and the dark wax, and that deepened the black and also sealed it. All right, guys, make sure you go over and check out Jelena's channel at Blondie Next Door, where she does budget-friendly DIYs, decor ideas, thrift flips, and home improvement DIYs. She is super sweet and beautiful, and I just really appreciate her collabing with me today. If you have not checked out her videos or her channel, please do so. She does some amazing DIYs. She does simple DIYs. She does beautiful DIYs. And I just love them. And they're all on a budget. All right, guys, let's get into this final reveal. So some people said that they liked the video in my last comments, and some people said that they liked the still shots. So in this final reveal, I did both for you. First, you have the video, and then you will have the still shots. And I also want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. I know this one is a little bit longer, but I did bring you 5 DIYs, and I believe that they are high-end looking, beautiful for your home, getting ready for fall season. And let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you love them as much as I do. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like this video, here's some more that you might like as well. And I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye. See you in the next one.